and welcome back to the Think About It channel. Today we're doing another episode of Hustle, where we talk to South Jersey and Philly area entrepreneurs. Today we have Melissa Sergi and Karahn Davis. They're the two masterminds behind Vibe, a StergiStylist Salon located in Voorhees, New Jersey. We're going to focus mainly on Melissa today, but Karahn, if you got stuff you want to point out, you can hop in too. This is also your show. No, he's pointing over to her already. So Melissa has owned Vibe for the past 5 years, but she's been doing work as a professional stylist for the past 26. It's crazy because she's only 35. And Vibe aims to transform and elevate your life. So my first question to you, Melissa, and Karahn, if you want to hop in here too at any point, what inspired you to become a hairstylist?
First of all, she is 45.
44?
44.
44 is the new 34.
Yeah.
She was 35. We both did. Okay. Answer the question. Sorry. Okay.
I started doing hair when I was 8, you know?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
What made me want to become a hairstylist?
Yes.
Well, I've always been around it. My dad's sister was a hairstylist in Milan. So when I was a little girl, she used to have me mess around with her hair, probably like around 10, started coloring it and stuff. So I felt familiar. And then when it was time to graduate high school, I was just called to do that. So here I am.
So you've now been in Voorhees running Vibe for the past 5 years. Where were you before then?
So I'm originally from Vineland, and I worked down there for about 19 years, 2 different salons. So I came up to Marlton in 2017, end of 2016.
Now, is Vibe your first time running a salon on your own? Were you like a stylist at the salons and this is your first time with your own business, or were you always your own business owner?
Yes, this is the first time owning a salon. So it's definitely different than just being behind the chair.
Yes. And Karahn, I think you said before we got on, you're the businessman. How's she doing?
She's doing great. She is a stylist servant. I think that me partnering with her has been really simple for me because it eliminates the artistic part. She is a true artist, a stylist. So, one of the things I noticed at her is that how much care that she goes into with her clients, and they follow her like a cult. It's really unusual. It's like a phenomenon, and I'm just kind of like, what is happening?
We brought Vineland to Voorhees,
Yes.
pretty much.
There you go.
So she's doing a great job. And then from a business perspective, learning about business on the fly, and she's assimilating a lot of that. So she's doing good.
And that can be like a really tough transition.
Yeah.
When you're used to doing one thing and now you're doing that same thing, but there's also this new set of rules and set of boundaries on your plate. So kudos to you. I couldn't be doing that, man.
There's a balance to it.
Yeah, so I just want to touch on Karahn's background because I think that would help kind of tie what we do. So he's actually been doing, go ahead, tell him what you do.
So my expertise has been in wealth management and financial services. So how this, and in small business. So how it all tied together is when we decided to partner together, she was like, I want to start a salon. Actually, I was like, you need to start a salon.
Yeah.
You don't need to work for nobody. You're too talented. And she was like,
right.
He was like, okay. I was like, are you serious? He was like, yeah. And then she just started to do it. And I'm like, okay, well, I need to be involved with that. So that's how it worked. There was a lot of nuances to it together, and we've grown.
Yeah.
It's a lot of learning experience. Even if you have experience in business, it's very much a learning experience. So,
and the world's always changing. The law's always changing. Taxes are always changing. I'm not a business owner, but I know enough of that. Just
COVID happened. Happened. People didn't want to come to work. People didn't know what was going to happen. So we started right in the middle of a crazy time.
So Karahn, have you partnered with other people in the past and doing this type of thing?
No, actually, I have a lot of experience with other businesses.
Okay.
So in business banking and things like that, I'm a jack of all trades. And so, if anybody wanted to do anything, I could just say, this is how you do it. So
how's your experience with Vibe been compared to things you've done in the past?
So I never thought that I would be an owner. I always worked in corporate for 20 something years, and it was really like, I don't know if I want to do that. I kind of like it here. I have a family, working and taking care of them. It was like, you get all those benefits and things. The trade and trust, building revenue and things like that, it was hard to transition, but I'm never going back.
I hear that.
I love it. I love building careers, establishing relationships with clients and things like that. It's just been really wonderful transition. It gives a lot more of autonomy, but it also lots of pressure. And I didn't know that I was equipped for that. So that's what I found out by transitioning into an ownership.
That's awesome. A lot of self-discovery and stuff there. You guys have both mentioned a couple times now about like the relationships you've been building with clients and how business has just sort of been booming for you guys. And just following you on social media, he is right. You are a stylist savant. The stuff you do is beautiful. And things that if you told me on paper people would do with their hair, I'd be like, I don't know if that's going to look good. And then it's like, oh, that does look good. I wouldn't be doing that myself, but it looks good when you do it. So
just really quick, a master of like timing, color, art, chemistry, all together inside of his mind. And me, I'm always trying to calculate it, like I'm a math guy. So I'm always trying to suck it together. Like, what did you just do? Let me time it. Let me put it in the data sheet. Let me do this. And it's just really hard. She's like, it's hard to catch up, but she trains everybody.
Yeah, so I feel like that's the most I think one of the biggest changes for me having the salon is now we have developed like a apprenticeship program and learning how to like develop new stylists, and even some that have been in the business and come in with us. So it's been pretty cool.
Our apprenticeship program, we work with schools and things, developing them right out of school or some things like that, or just people who have, just ready to give up, just sitting and talking to them, reestablish them, getting their passion back, focused on their art, and just giving them the platform, but also reconstructing and deconstructing, like deconstructing and pull them apart and then putting them back together and give them a market to create. And it's been working.
That's awesome. And that sounds like an amazing opportunity for people in the community too. Like you said, whether you're just coming out of school or you need to change your scenery, you need something different. And I'll say, like, doing my homework on you guys, people have raved about the atmosphere of the salon, about not just the quality of your work, but how people feel going in and leaving the salon. I've been like, wow, this isn't just a place to style your hair. This is a place where like people go here and they feel better about themselves physically and emotionally when they leave.
Can we talk about that for a little bit, because it's important?
Yeah.
I'd like to eliminate the whole concept. Like, we know what the industry has been like over the years, and we've been a part of it. She's worked. I was going to open one a while back ago. Just the clicks in the environment. We like to eliminate all of the negativity. So what we did is, Melissa's 26 years of experience. She's seen it all. So we just said, you know what? We want to make the greatest environment a vibe. Right? We want to create a vibe for our clients, for the people who work there, whether there is the new people or some people who worked for 20 something years. We wanted to create an environment where people feel like they're actually home all the time. Like, you come in, you just feel whatever is out there stays out there. Come here and feel connected. Our clients are connected to our employees. Our employees are not catty and fighting amongst each other. We're all part of one symbiotic system. We all are on the level, even though we're their boss. We have like a 360 kind of mentality where we all manage each other, right? Obviously, we have the highest stake in management, but we want to give people the straight opportunity to learn more about that business. So the environment is, the clients are a part of it. If there's a new person who's trying to establish themselves in their apprenticeship program, they know, so they're all supportive. We created this tier system that works, so it's our clients are engaged, so they feel part of Vibe. So that's the part of it that's really important. I think that's one of our big key drivers for our business to be successful, especially locally. When people start to hear about it, they want to come in. We just come on in. So
I think that one of the coolest things that happens is that we're able to have customized appointments, creativity, and all that kind of stuff. But then we have that structure and professionalism. So it creates a really nice, safe environment for them. So they know exactly what's going to happen. So really big on like thorough consultations and just that communication up front, so that once they're in, everything's comfortable because they already know what to expect. So I think that's really cool.
Yeah. And I'll say kudos to you guys, because a lot of the reviews I've read, you know, sometimes you go to a salon, it's like, oh yeah, you don't want Gary doing your hair, or you know, the old lady in the glasses was like really mean or whatever. Every review I've read, and it wasn't just about Melissa, like other stylists, I read a handful of reviews about other stylists. It seems like everybody, the culture you've created is on the same page. Everybody seems to have sort of the same like family mentality, and we're like you said, we're putting out a vibe. So kudos to you for like creating that culture. It seems like there are no loose links in your chains. There's no nails in your tires. It seems like everything's moving the way it should. I think I read on your website that you have sort of a slogan, you have sort of a motto. It's transform your life and elevate your life. And we've sort of like danced around that a little bit. We haven't like addressed it formally, but what does that mean to both of you in terms of vibe, to transform your life and elevate your life? What is your goal with that?
Go ahead.
Well, I feel like as you do things that will make you feel good, you know, women come in a lot of times, especially men too, but a lot of women, they're going through some changes, and then they go and they do this thing, and it kind of transforms the outside, but then it also inspires them a lot of times to go off and, you know, make some changes, positive, a lot of times very positive changes. So to me, that's what that means on the stylist end and the beauty end, just those transformations inside and out, and inspiring people for sure.
And there's a psychology to it all. Like when you talk about come in and then transform, right? So a lot of people come in not knowing. There's question marks in their mind about their beauty. There's question marks about how they feel about what they're going to do when they leave here. So the goal is to get them to feel comfortable with what's inside of themselves and capture that, and then make it look the way they want, and then make them feel good about it psychologically. So they feel good, and then that elevates them. So they can go out feeling confident. You know, it's not just, hey, this is what you're going to look like and all that stuff, but it's more about how you feel about yourself when you go out there. Absolutely. You know, and what's going on all over the place. It's just really, truly, you know, can you compete emotionally out there? And this is just a time, this small little nook of your life that you can come in and get elevated and push back out and say, okay, now go be fierce, go be dynamic, go be epic, you know, and whatever that comes. And then if it doesn't work, you can come back again and we'll do it again, and we can reconstitute and reestablish and relaunch. So I think that's more important, because there's a follow-up to it all. So it's not like we're just dropping you off to go elevate yourself. We're continuing following up the elevation part of it.
That's awesome. Let's talk specifics a little bit. So what types of services exactly do you guys offer at the salon?
Well, I guess I could start with myself. I specialize in hair transformations. So whether they be fashion colors, natural, whatever it is, I love to do from the start to finish, color cut. So that's my favorite thing.
Service.
Yeah. We also have extensions, and we do Saison smoothing treatments. So all hair. And I think overall, the biggest thing that sets us apart is, like I said, the customization of everything. We thoroughly do consultations, give them ideas and options, things that would work best for them, not just how they look, but with their lifestyle, how to keep up with it, make sure we get them on the right track.
Awesome. Full service salon. So all of our services, from cutting to styling,
highlights,
colors. Right?
Yeah, all of our employees love to do different types of, you know, things in there. Yeah. So anything from the beginning to end, color and cut.
Speaking of your employees, you just handed me a meatball there, because that's where I was going next. It's not just, like we said, it's not just you two. There's a team. There's vibers, if we can call them that.
Vibe tribe.
The Vibe Tribe. I love that. The Vibe Tribe.
We have a group chat called the Vibe Tribe.
Yeah.
I love that. So does the Vibe Tribe, do they have specific specialties, or are they fairly well-rounded?
Can I answer this one?
Yeah.
So we have a tier development system. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 5 tiers. There's our apprentice program, that's just in the beginning, and then there's the junior stylist. There's an advanced stylist, then you're a senior stylist, and then there's your master stylist, right? So in that, you do everything, but there's levels to it.
Mm-hmm.
So we also advertise letting our clients know when you're getting something, so that if you want to come in a level 1, maybe there's some of those people who, doesn't really want to spend enough money, but this is the first time they're your first time at a salon. They just want to develop a relationship, and so therefore they can start at a lower level and then spend not as much money. The second tier is like more of an upper scale, so it's kind of elevates like this. So the higher the needs, the more specialized situations happen, and you get to the master concept, some things that are more advanced.
Sure.
So you can see our stylists and their abilities. Everybody can do things, but we like to just let everybody know that there's levels to it. And
we do have one of our newer stylists, Alexandria. She specializes in extensions, so that's been fun, new addition to the salon.
That's cool. That's cool. And like you said, you have the system. So is there a way that she's now sort of, hey, this is my specialty, can I show you some of the ropes? Like, do you guys have that kind of network within each other? Like, hey, this is what you're really good at. I'm gonna get some pointers from you. Is that part of your tiering system?
Absolutely, yes. So we all work together. Basically, the apprentice, they are kind of like the backbone to the stylists that are super busy, right? So I can be booked all day long, but I couldn't do it without them. So as much as they're there for me, I'm there for them as well. So as they are, mixing up things for me, I'm teaching them what it is and what it does. They're writing it down so they can retain it. And then each time that they move up in their proficiencies, they start learning a new skill, bringing in more people.
Or just continuing the skills that they have, just enhancing those skills.
Right.
Also, when you come in, you don't have a market.
Right.
Nobody knows you.
Right.
Teaching them how to reach people to then develop your ability to get faster, better, more skilled, because you have more people to see. Mm-hmm. But while they're doing that, they work in conjunction with the more advanced people to have that market. Right. So they're touching hair constantly,
Yeah, and definitely I feel like they're all a little younger than I, so they connect in a different way.
They're not 35.
Yeah, they connect in a different way. So it's been really cool to watch, them like getting into doing their TikToks and their social media and stuff, and kind of pushing each other along. Like you can do it, and just that whole support, it's really awesome to watch.
The environment can be kind of tense because you don't know. So you come right out of school, and you're just kind of like, what do I do? And you come out being blank. And the good part is we capture that innocence and we develop it slowly, and we give them incentives to go and grow. So there's constant repetition, there's constant activities, and then they can see their progress.
Right.
Even in how we gauge their proficiencies, to let them know, hey, you're almost there.
Yeah. Especially like our already established stylists too. It's fun for them to kind of collaborate. I know I've had a lot of fun with Alex, already eyeing up those extensions, like, can I custom color them? Mm-hmm. What could we do with them? So that's really fun as well.
Very cool. Last sort of big question I want to touch on is, like I said, when I was doing my homework on you guys, I read a good amount of reviews, and I will say that there was a lot of praise for the work, but just as much praise about the culture in your building. So I don't know how often you read your own reviews on your work, or your stylist reviews on the work, but people rave about how Vibe is a vibe, and how it's just a good place to go and be, and the support and the acceptance and things like that. So when you hear people not only raving about how good they feel and how good they look, but how they had such a great experience in your salon, how does that make you guys feel?
It's the best part.
It's everything.
It's amazing.
It's everything. Like, just the other day, big hugs. like just big hugs and things that you're not expected. Like business, you got to be all,
Yeah.
business, and you put some appropriate ways. But when somebody reaches over the threshold and gives you a hug because you make them feel a certain kind of way, you got to be moved by that. You have to be touched by that. And it's infectious and you just want to continue to give. It's like, how much do you give? And you just start keeping going. And business is business, but business is the people.
So we actually have such a community at this point that we started up a Facebook page called Vibe Tribe Community. So it's not where we post hair or anything, but we're starting to gather a bunch of different people in the community so we can start holding events so they can all like hang out with each other outside of Vibe. We're gonna
very cool.
So that's coming up next, and hopefully we can do things to have fun and also help the community with that.
That's very cool.
That feeling of the clients, how they respond and how they treat each other and how they treat our people. Like their response to some of our younger, less tenured people, just you can see it bouncing off each other. Like they feel that confidence in the person, and then and they go home like, I felt like I did something today. And it's just like everybody's high-fiving everywhere. It's just it's just an amazing feeling. And I didn't really know, just myself, that it could be so fulfilling, helping people make money. That's always been what I did. But now it's like helping people get beautiful. It's like, whoa, this is
inside and out.
It's a whole new world. I'm looking around like there's very colorful in here. So it's really fun.
Yes. Well, if people have made it to this point, and I really hope they have, because I think we've had a really cool conversation here, where can they learn more about Vibe? What links can you throw us?
So we have our Vagaro booking link, and on there they will be able to see a little bit about each stylist that's there. They're also able to see all the services we have and request appointments. We have our link tree, and that will take them to all of the social medias. And then, of course, we have Instagram and Facebook and our email, and all of those are posted on all of our social medias.
And I'll dump those in the description for people watching too, so you don't have to go digging for those things. Melissa and Karahn, thank you so much for your time today. I know you're busy people. I know, because business doesn't stop even when the doors close. So I really appreciate you making time to talk to me today, and I'm looking forward to hearing more great Vibe stories in the comments.
Thank you for the time. We really appreciate it. It was a great opportunity. We're honored. And we just want to make sure that everybody in Voorhees or even in the local area just sees us as a go-to place for them. We want to make sure that we're ready to receive them. Let them know they're coming. Come on.
Got to join the Vibe Tribe, y'all.
Come join the Vibe Tribe. We're ready for everybody, right? This is my girl right here. Give me some of that, girl. All right.
Thank you guys so much.